And there I was, standing, looking in the mirror at that woman that I did not know, I did not like. That woman had been rude to everyone in her life. She was just behaving as an ugly person. Who was she? That was the moment when I decided I had to find an answer. I had to find a way. What was I going to do about it? I'd love to say that the next morning I woke up and entered into this trajectory of getting better and better and better to find where I am today. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. What happened instead was I got back on the treadmill, going to work, working too much, having problems with my coworkers, having problems with my family, cynicism, anger, despair. I would go through my days on automatic pilot. It was a hard way to live. But always, 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 I had this litany in the back of my head saying, what are you going to do about it? This is not the way you want to live. What are you going to do about it? And the thing was, I did not know what to do. Now, at that time in my life, I was a self-help junkie. I read every self-help book on the shelf. I would get one at a time and believe in my heart that this would have the answer. The next chapter would solve my life, give me the answer to life and love and the meaning of the universe and what was wrong with me and how I could get better. And that didn't happen. They all seemed to say the same thing, though. They seemed to say that my happiness was my responsibility, that what other people did and what other people said and what the circumstances around me were, that was not the source. The source was within me. But where? I didn't know how to find it. I did not know where this source of happiness was. It was a really hard time. But then spring came, as it does. Yay. And one day I had a day off, which was a bonus. My kids were at school. I was home alone. My dishwasher was running full. My kitchen was clean. My living room was vacuumed. My washer and dryer were both full and going. All my major appliances were running. And I thought, I can do it. I can go for a walk with my dog. Now, I had this little dog. His name was Baby. And he was my baby. He was my dog. He's a little toy miniature poodle. He was a little dog. We weren't sure exactly what he was because he was a rescue. But I loved walking with him. He was very well trained. I was very well trained. We had gone to obedience school together. And we just really enjoyed walking together. So I got out his leash and we went for a walk. And as we're going for a walk, we come across a lilac bush in full bloom. It was just cascading with flowers. And that smell, the smell of lilac, if you live in an area that has lilac, you know what I'm talking about. It has a very beautiful, sweet smell. And I stood there looking at the lilacs and feeling the spring breeze on my face and smelling that smell and thinking of the mystery of that, of being able to smell it and the extravagant nature of that beauty and that scent. And I thought, this is it. This is the feeling that I want to have in my life. I was so grateful and so charmed by the just gift, the amazing gift of life, of being able to smell something like that, of being able to witness the beauty of the earth, just to be in that moment of utter satisfaction, gratitude, and joy. This. And so my quest became, how do I get more of this in my life? And the secret that I came up with, the key that I found, is attention. Pay attention. So simple. Come on. Could that be all there is? Pay attention. Pay attention. Got to looking into it. Attention is an interesting thing. We pay attention. That means it has value. And if you look at the marketplace, your attention is your most valuable commodity. Your attention is worth more than your salary. Because do you realize that advertisers paid more than $196 billion in 2025 on Facebook alone, Facebook ads? And then there's all the other social media and all the other advertisement. And what is all that advertising for? It's to get your attention, your attention. But what would it be worth to your family to have that very same attention? What would it be worth to your life to give your life that very same attention? So my message to you is paying attention is key to a joyful life. And as we continue together, we will dive into how that works. How do you learn to pay attention? What do you need to do differently to be able to pay attention to this one wild and beautiful life that you've been given? Your life is worth your effort.